morning. Happy Thursday to you. Morning Manna. So get your coffee. We're going to continue on in chapter 3 of James. We're going to go through verses 3 through 6. It says this: When we put bits into the mouths of horses to make them obey us, we can turn the whole animal. Or take ships as an example. Although they are so large and driven by strong winds, they are steered by a very small rudder, wherever the pilot wants to go. Likewise, the tongue is a small part of the body, but it makes great boasts. Consider what a great forest is set on fire by a small spark. The tongue also is a fire. A word of evil among the parts of the body, it corrupts the whole body, sets the whole course of one's life on fire, and is itself set on fire by hell. Now, really, there's a lot of words there that basically say a simple thing. Be mindful of what you say. For the Bible tells us very clearly in different texts, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So whatever it is that you're talking about all the time, that's what's in here. So a question you might want to ask, am I talking about godly things? Am I talking about God? Am I talking about salvation? Or am I talking about the Panthers or the Gators or whatever is prevalent in your life? Media, if you're JT, or music, if you're somebody like Philip, or whatever. What do you talk about? A good question for you to ask your spouse. What's important to me? What do I talk about the most? They'll tell you. But James takes it a step further. He gives two practical examples. A horse is a powerful animal, very powerful animal, but it can be controlled when you put a bit in its mouth, and the bit is a tiny thing. And the same thing with a ship. A ship is controlled by winds, but it's a small rudder that steers it in the direction that the pilot wants to take it, or the ship's captain wants to take it. Adversely, you don't tame a horse by keeping it in the barn or the paddock, and you don't tame a boat by keeping it docked. Both of those things are meant to go, as are we. But we need to tame our tongues. We need to be mindful of the things we speak, just like we talked about yesterday. The things we talk about are important to us, and people are listening. And if they know you're a Christian, and they should know you're a Christian whether you talk about it or not, if they do, they're really listening, and they're sometimes listening to catch you with a hang-up, or so that you might say something that you maybe shouldn't say. You shouldn't be using profanity. You shouldn't even be toying with that. Things like sarcasm and all of these things that kind of seem harmless in the real world aren't really all that harmless. We need to be mindful of the things we say and careful of the way we say them. More importantly, we need to understand who we're saying these things to, because people are listening. Your little ones are listening. You know that as well as I do. If you've ever let a curse word slip, man, your little one hears it and they repeat it and they want to know all about it. You need to be mindful of the things you say. So the devotion for today is just like yesterday. Speak life to people. Speak life to people. Don't tear people down with your mouth. Don't use sarcasm so much. I understand that it's joking. I understand that it's in good fun. I'm a person who uses sarcasm, but I try to get away from it because there's really not a lot of redemption in it. Speak life to people. That's your devotion for today. No matter who it is that you come across, find something good to tell them. That's your devotion. As always, guys, remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can be made aware every time we put out a new video. Go bless somebody else today. Watch what happens in your life. We'll see you tomorrow.